It's a haunting reality that intruders can slip into a network without a trace, wreaking havoc in the shadows. Unpatched vulnerabilities in systems and applications can be exploited. Social engineering attacks can manipulate even the savviest of users. Weak passwords can be easily cracked. A lack of monitoring can provide a blind spot for attackers to operate undetected, and advanced persistent threats can lurk for months, even years, before being discovered. The only defense against these unseen invaders is a strong security posture, with regular software updates, tight access controls, vigilant monitoring, and user education on security best practices. Don't let the dark forces of the cyber world infiltrate your network undetected. To secure a developer network, experts typically recommend the following measures. Access control. Establish strict access controls to the network and systems, using unique authentication and authorization mechanisms for different user roles. Access control is one of the most critical aspects of securing a developer network. The following are some best practices for access control. User authentication. Require users to authenticate using strong passwords, two-factor authentication, or biometric authentication. Role-based access control. Assign users the minimum level of access required to perform their job functions and restrict access to sensitive systems and data. Least privilege. Follow the principle of least privilege, which means that users should have only the minimum level of access required to perform their job functions. Regular audits. Regularly audit access permissions and user accounts to ensure that they are still needed and appropriate. Separation of duties. Implement separation of duties to prevent a single user from having complete control over a system or data. Access logs. Keep logs of all user access to systems and data to enable auditing and incident response. By implementing these access control measures, you can ensure that only authorized users have access to your systems and data, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and breaches. Network segmentation. Segment the network into smaller subnets to limit the damage that can be caused by a security breach. Firewall configuration. Configure firewalls to block unauthorized access and limit network exposure. Software updates. Regularly update all software, including the operating system and applications, to fix known vulnerabilities. Backup and recovery. Implement a backup and disaster recovery plan to ensure that data can be recovered in the event of a security breach. Monitoring. Monitor the network for signs of security incidents and intrusions, and implement a log management and analysis system. Monitoring is an essential component of securing a developer network, as it helps detect security incidents and intrusions in real time. The following are some best practices for monitoring. Network traffic monitoring. Monitor network traffic to detect signs of intrusion, such as unusual patterns of traffic, unexpected communications, and unauthorized access attempts. Log management. Collect, store, and analyze logs from systems and devices, such as firewalls, servers, and applications, to detect security incidents and intrusions. Intrusion detection and prevention systems. Use intrusion detection and prevention systems to detect and prevent unauthorized access, intrusions, and attacks. Alerting and response. Implement an alerting system to notify security personnel of potential security incidents, and have a plan in place for responding to security incidents. Continuous monitoring. Continuously monitor the network and systems for signs of security incidents and intrusions, and update monitoring tools and processes as needed. By monitoring the network, you can detect security incidents early and respond quickly, reducing the risk of damage and mitigating the impact of security breaches. Security training. Provide regular security awareness training to all employees, especially developers, to help them understand the importance of security and how to follow security best practices. External assessment. Regularly conduct external security assessments to identify potential vulnerabilities and implement remediation measures. Implementing these security measures can help to significantly reduce the risk of security incidents and protect a developer network. The future of our networks may be uncertain, but one thing is certain: we hold the power to defend them. By staying vigilant, implementing strong security measures, and educating ourselves and our users, we can rise above the challenges of undetected intrusions and build a bright, secure future for our networks. So let us stand together, embrace the power of technology, and forge a path towards a more secure tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.